Okay. Good evening, Spartans. All right. My name is Jalen Bolt, and today we're going to be talking about African American history involvement in K through 12 curriculum. All right. So this is African American history is American history. All right. The goal of this presentation is to persuade the audience to actually vote on making African American history a requirement all across the country, not just state by state, Virginia, Florida, Maine, but we want to get the entire country all across the board, all 50 states. Right? So, understanding African American history at an adolescent age or during adolescence actually creates a more well-rounded individual. Just getting one part of the story can actually create a more biased approach, and we're trying to eradicate that. So, growing up, I could think of more than one occasion, more than one year, that my teachers implemented crazy ideas for us to celebrate Black History Month. So, it kind of baffles me that it's not a requirement in the curriculum. It's just up for grabs. It's maybe if you want to. And I don't think that's fair. All right? So throughout the United States, there are many states that don't require African American history to be taught in schools, including my own Virginia. All right? I believe African American history should be all across the board. Can't express that enough. All right? So I have a testimony from Ariel G. I also have comments from Governor Ralph Northam, and I also have a few quotes from different school systems that's already implemented the ideas. All right? So Ariel G is a young mother. She has a son who attends Virginia Public School. So during Black History Month 2019, she asked her son, "Hey, what's going on? What have you learned for Black History Month? You have any projects or anything?" And her son replied, "No, I didn't even realize it was Black History Month." So with that being said, as a concerned parent, she goes up to the school and she has to speak with the teacher or a principal or anybody. And the principal actually told her that it was up to the teacher if she wanted to teach African American history. It wasn't a requirement. It wasn't something that they had to implement. Right? So, not satisfied with that response, she goes to the school board, and they pretty much reiterate what the principal already said, that the teacher has pure discretion if they want to teach African American history or not. So, moving forward, there was a state full of Ariel G's. Plenty of concerned parents that wants to know why their children aren't being taught certain things. They're being taught this history, that history, American history. They're taking USVA, but they're still not learning any kind of African American history. It's like they just want to skip over that part. So, as a response, I have some comments from Governor Ralph Northam. All right, so August 24th, 2019, he states, "The history of African Americans in Virginia and our nation is very difficult, complex, and often untold. We should strive to make every Virginia student have a robust understanding of this important history." So we'll stop right there. I like that he's responding to the parents and he is noticing the flaws in the system. So he's acknowledging the flaws and now he's ready to give a solution. So the next part of the quote says, "The Virginia Commonwealth will help ensure that every graduate enters adult life with comprehensive understanding of African American voices that contribute to the story of our nation and our Commonwealth." So not only did he notice the flaws, he provided a solution, and now he's actually put the solution into pen and paper physical form. So, and that physical form is called Executive Order 39. So There's three major themes of Executive Order 39, which commemorate the essence of Black history in school curriculum. So, first, technical edits to and recommendations for enriched standards related to African American history. So they're getting actual structure, they're getting real information, scholarly sources, and they're implementing the right kind of things. Right? 2, broader considerations for full history and social studies standards review process. So I think that's a good one because everybody likes to just jump to Martin Luther King when you hear Black History Month, or when you hear African American history, ding, you think of Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. And while that's all fine and dandy, there's other historic Black figures that should be named and should be talked about, should be studied. All right. 3, necessary professional development and instructional supports for teachers to ensure culturally competent instruction. So I believe that's maybe the best theme ever because it's already up for debate. It's already teachers' discretion. So with that being said, it is firm that we create the structure for them. We tell them exactly how to do it, A, B, C, and they can follow A, B, C, because even if they don't want to teach it, we still have the student learning and grasping the right information. And Executive Order 39 was signed on August 24th, 2019. Right? And it will actually be in play and implemented July 1st, 2020. Okay. So I have a quote from a school system in Florida that actually already implemented requiring African American history in their curriculum. It says, the African and African American infusion curriculum will enable students to learn about the origins, wealth of contributions, and courage of Africans and African Americans. So I like that they had a separate but equal approach with the African and African American because they are different, but at the same time, there are some similarities. All right. So, and I believe that all students should be able to learn about their own culture, no matter where they are, who they are, or what race or ethnicity they come from. They should be able to learn about their own history and culture in a structured school environment. In conclusion, African American history is a part of American history and should be taught as such in K through 12 curriculum in the United States. All right, in order to sustain a valuable future, we have to be informed of our past, and the whole goal of this is to create more well-rounded individuals and to hopefully eradicate Black stereotypes. So thank you. This was African American History is American History, and I hope you choose to implement the African American history be taught in schools. All right.